Hi-ho, folks, and welcome back to the adventures of Turwinkle, the Gnome Mage. Well, hi, Turwinkle.
Greetings.
Are you all set for tonight?
Affirmative.
Well, great, because as you can see, we are in Valance Keep here in Northrend. And the reason we're here is we are going to be interviewing the guild called Temple, a mysterious holy guild. And so without further ado, let us go and find this wonderful guild and find out what they're all about. So let's go find them, Turwinkle. All right, folks. Well, let's see if we can't find this guild. They're somewhere here in the keep. And as we come up the steps... Ah, here they are. The Temple Guild. Wonderful. Oh, look at these guys. They look great. All right. Well, here we have... Is it Uranus?
It's Eranis.
Oh, okay, Uranus. And you are the co-leader of the Temple Guild, is that correct?
That's right.
All right, this is Uranus. And how do you pronounce your last name? That is quite a last name.
It's Eranis Fedolithian.
You say that so smoothly. Nickname Silverhaven, or Haven, is the Temple Errant of the Temple, and is level 90 Quildori Paladin. Wonderful. And so who is your guild leader here? How do you pronounce his name?
He's Ivaresto. His nickname is Ghost.
Okay.
He's a level 90 human.
Alrighty, and he's the Lord Templar of the Temple Guild, so he is the main guild leader, is that correct? Wonderful. And so let us see who you brought with you today. And we'll just start down here on the left. And so who is this fine gentleman here?
Okay, so here we have Alneth Hawthorne. He's a paladin of the Holy Light. His nickname is Silverwing. And he's a level 90 human paladin.
Alrighty, and it says currently light's energy pours from every inch of him. Okay, he does seem pretty shiny. Alright, excellent. Well, good to meet you, sir. And next we have...
Here we have Dr. Carter E. Hamilton. She's a Knight of the Insane, Medic of the Alliance. Her nickname is Riddle, Mystery, or Captain. She's a level 90 human paladin.
Alright, wonderful. And currently cautious gaze, constantly scanning. Excellent. And whoop, next we have...
Here we have Amos. He's a neophyte of Temple. He's a level 16 Worgen Priest.
Alrighty, so he must be new to the guild, is that correct?
He's not new to the guild. The character is just a new one.
Oh, okay. So this is an alt? Alright, wonderful. Alrighty, and next we have...
Here we have Rivina Reyniger. She's the White Canary. She's a level 82 human priest.
Alright, is currently likes to take strolls through the town. And which town would that be? Ravenna?
Stormwind.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And next down the line here.
Here we have Eden Light River. She's a Azeroth lousiest paladin.
She's the lousiest.
She's a level 90 human.
The lousiest paladin? Okay, and currently your cowl is making her feel claustrophobic. All right, wonderful. And we will get more into that later. Great. And last but certainly not least...
And here we have Rathilius Light River. His nickname is Wrath. He's a level 90 Lord Deorian Paladin.
Okay, and
I'm
currently,
sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that.
that's fine.
Lord Iranian.
There you go. And currently, never trust a man in purple. You know, Turwinkle has quite a bit of purple on him. You can trust me though, sir.
If you say so.
Okay. Well, wonderful. It is wonderful to meet all of you folks. And so when we come back, we will start asking some questions. So we will be right back. All right, folks, and we're back. And so we start off the questions with the guild leader here, and we say, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. So the first question I always ask is, how did you come up with the name for your guild? Was it through a movie, book, or something you just thought up? And the guild leader says it was something we thought up after looking at available guild names. When Era and I moved to Wormrest Accord, a great server, we were looking to develop a guild that would mesh with the community without being overused. Temple popped up and it fit perfectly with our idea for Templars and sort of a Masonic theme, the latter of which was not something we had seen attempted before. Temple, Templar, it all fell together, which is really actually a great name for a Templar guild. And these guys, again, they have that look, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but a wonderful guild name to go with, and it just seems like they've really formed a solid guild idea around the guild name there. I said, wonderful. So did the guild start on another server then, or did you form it here on Wormrest Accord? And guild leader says, a bit of both. The guild is something that I transferred over. It originally began as a night guild on Moonguard. When the theme died out, I had help from a friend moving it over here before he left the game. Era and I decided to shape it up and start recruiting after we came to like this uniform you see us wearing. The idea was too cool and the old guild just needed a bit of dusting and polishing. After that, we had some great people join who added ideas from a secret language to alternate uniforms. Okay, great, and really some solid ideas and something that we will look into. So, Era, when Arvesto came to you with this idea, did you guys just kind of form that idea together?
Yeah, it was about maybe 6 months ago or something, and we just were playing around with different ideas, and it just worked out, this one.
Right, and again, it is a unique idea and something that I haven't seen before, a Masonic type guild. And from what I can tell thus far, and I've watched some of your RP, it is really a neat idea and something again that's really kind of original and mysterious, and I really like that, where it's something that you don't see. You know, your average hack and slash guild, or you know, a paladin guild or a knight guild or even a house guild. It's something that's unique, and so kudos to you folks for coming up with a neat RP idea. So folks, when we get back,
Thank you.
You bet. So when we get back, we'll ask a few more questions. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So we ask, so what is the Guild Temple? By that I mean, is it a heavy, medium, or light RP guild? Do you folks raid? Do you do raided battlegrounds, PvE, PvP, that sort of thing? And the guild leader says, we are a heavy roleplay guild centered around a Templaric theme. Based on the Argent Templar lore, the guild is an organized offshoot of the Argents existing as a separate entity. We do not perform organized raids in Pandera content, but we do group up from time to time for LFR raids, battlegrounds, and old content to gather up parts for the uniform. That, and to help progress through the content. The guild's uniform demands a high-level character, which the guild often helps out pushing lower levels along. which is wonderful because these outfits are just fantastic and I really love them. So I imagine it does take quite a bit of time to put together, Era, is that correct?
Yeah, for the paladin uniform, most of the pieces are level 80.
Oh.
You can buy them with justice points.
Oh, okay. So you can buy them. So is it a PvP set then? Or is it a PvE set?
It's a PvE set. Now you can buy with just the justice points and stuff.
Oh, okay. So can you find any of the pieces in dungeons, or is it just all bought with the justice points?
All of it is bought.
Okay, well...
the same for the cowl.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. The cowl is also bought from justice points, and the warrior uniform is actually all crafted.
Well, it's wonderful. Again, I really love it, and it really fits in well with your theme. So it's a wonderful job. So excellent. So the next question we asked was, so when you came up for the idea for the guild, did you already know quite a bit of lore behind the idea, or were you still learning and making your own lore as well? And the guild leader says, a bit of both. The Templar lore in Warcraft had been lightly developed, somewhat abandoned, and allowed for a lot of room to expand upon. A secret form of power, developing holy abilities into new combat forms, collecting world history, and twisting holy and knight guilds into a new form that allowed organization and individualism. When you see us in public, we always adorn the uniform. We wanted to help keep this feel of secrecy and power, hence the cowl. Our theme is set, but the individual ideas behind it is something we all create, remove, and expand upon. Ideas such as the secret names, Silver Ghost, Silver Haven, were dropped twice already, and recently added, again due to new recruits' interest in it. So wonderful. So when you folks are out in public, you try to maintain this wonderful outfit, is that correct?
Yes.
And again, I think it really does add a sense of mystery about you guys, and really it's something unique to behold, and I can't wait to see your guild when it or if it becomes a lot larger. And so when we come back, folks, we'll talk a little bit about that and how you get to join this wonderful guild. So we'll be right back with that. And we're back. So the next question, say I'm a new RPer looking at this episode and fall in love with you folks. Who do I talk to in order to join? The guild leader says you can talk to any of us. In the end, all potential recruits are directed to myself and or Arenas. Sometimes a few available guildies will join in if the questions are in character. I said, so what are the requirements in order to join? Is there an age limit, level limit? What about RP ability? If someone's brand new to RP, would you allow them to join? Or are you looking after more experienced RPers? And he says, age limit is at least over 18 for members. For characters, it usually begins at a mature state, such as 30 years old for humans. Which is interesting, Arenas, because I have not run into a guild that requires the RP character to be at a certain age. Why have you folks put that in into the RP?
It's just because they're experienced paladins, most of them, who are trying to further their learning on the light and stuff.
Oh, okay. So that is really
And
an interesting concept, because again, I haven't run into that before, where you focus a little bit on the in-character age. So that's a very interesting concept. So you were going to say something else there.
Um, yeah, that is just a new rule we're looking at,
Okay, well, wonderful.
and yeah, we're also accepting like younger ones, like a few neophytes that are younger.
Okay. And in fact, I think the guild leader says that. He says a character must be a decent level to be accepted into the neophytes, the testing stage for the Templar. We usually look at players at level 40 or who are proven levelers. So that's wonderful. And again, you are looking for a more experienced RPer and someone that's got at least they're at least level 40 or they have shown that they're going to get to level 40 pretty quickly then. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alrighty. And in fact, he does clarify and says that the neophytes are allowed to be a younger age in character. So wonderful. He goes on further to say we look for role players of a decent skill level. Sadly, we do not accept new RPers at this time. And again, because you folks have a more serious RP, it is a little harder to have someone that's not really a good RPer to represent your guild very well. And I'm assuming that's what you mean by that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. And so we asked, do you folks have a website? And the guild leader says, yes, we do. And actually, you typed it in before he could. And it is the templaric.shifter.com. And again, folks, we will put that in the description of this episode. So if you want to look further for some more information about the guild, it'll be up there. Now, is it a pretty well developed website, Era?
Um, I'm, it just started not too long ago. We're still kind of shaping it up,
Okay.
but it's getting there. I got a few news in there, and yeah, just information about the guild and the uniform and all that.
Okay, wonderful. And we did want to make a little clarification that the uniform is PvP actually instead of PvE. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. So no nasty letter, folks. We know it's PvP gear and not PvE. It was a easy mistake to make. So no nasty comments. Well, wonderful. So, folks, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what to expect when you do join the guild. So, we'll be right back with that. And we're back, folks. So, let's say I've made it into the guild. So, what kind of rules can I expect to follow? The guild leader says to keep in uniform in densely populated roleplay areas, to keep all out of character chat in guild chat, and the usual of all the heavy role-playing guilds. So let me backtrack a little. Is there an interview before getting into the guild? And if so, is it in character or out of character or both? And the guild leader says in character is appreciated, but not necessary beyond gauging roleplay skills. We look a lot at the OOC level, character development, what of the guild interests them, chatting about basic rules. Those who roleplay as Templar seeking sanctuary have a slightly easier time getting in. Those want to become a Templar have a few more special questions and a bit more out of character chatting to get them set up. Wonderful. So how many members do you folks have in the guild? And the guild leader says we currently stand at 33 total members, not including characters. So, Era, do you folks allow people to have alts? And I think we covered that. One of the people back here is an alt. So, obviously you do. How many? There he is. How many alts do you allow?
Well, we allowed one in character alt and two out of character out of character alt.
Okay. So, and so you have 33 members. Now, are you looking to be a big guild? Do you want to keep it small, or are you just going to allow it to kind of grow organically?
The idea is to keep the guild small. But yeah, we're still accepting a few new role players.
All right.
It's all to help to the secretive, idea of the guild. It's not supposed to be huge.
Sure. So now, do you guys limit what kind of people can join? And what I mean by that, do you allow any race to join the guild? Dwarf, human, night elf, Draenei, Worgen?
I think Ivares is going to answer that one.
Oh, okay. So, folks, when we come back, we will find out the answer to that and some other questions as well. So, we'll be right back. And we're back with the same question we just asked folks. And so we say, so are there any race or class restrictions to joining the guild? And the guild leader says we have 3 groups in the guild: Templar, Artificers, and Craftsmen, each with a special requirement. Templar are the main role-played side, limited to humans, high elves, worgens, and dwarves. The class restrictions are warrior, paladin, and priest. We might expand on this later, but right now it suits the theme. Artificers are secondary role players who are not limited by class or race beyond no warlocks or death knights. They act as keepers of the base, the masters of crafting, and hold a bit more of the Masonic feel of the guild. And finally, craftsmen are out-of-character alts for guildies wanting to quickly level something on the sidelines. I see. You mentioned a base. Do you folks have a base of operations? A guild base, as it were? And the guild leader says we do have one. We use Karazhan and a few areas in Storm Peaks for a base backdrop. As for a base in character location, that will have to remain confidential. Even OOC knowledge can ruin an IC theme, which is true. People could could troll, and which I know that's a shock to everybody, but that does happen. And so keeping that a secret also holds to this very secretive Masonic theme that these fine folks have within the guild. So as far as an RP base in Karazhan and whatnot, when you folks do your RP, do you have trouble with people trolling your RP in a certain area from time to time, Era?
I think when we go to a Stormwind, there's sometimes people just go along and do silly things. But in other places like Karazhan, it's not really a problem because we have to be in a raid group to get in.
Okay, sure. So wonderful. Well, folks, when we come back, we are going to find out what is going on currently with the guild as far as their storylines. So we'll be right back with that question. And we're back, and someone has joined us here. And so who do we have?
So here we have Knight Holberg Perengarde. He's an Argent Guardian and a Templar from the guild. He's a level 90 human paladin.
Okay, well, welcome, sir. And we will... oh, hello. We got another gnome over here who's very intrigued by what's going on here.
It's quite a sight.
Yeah. It does draw attention. All right, so we ask a question here. We said, so what is the current storyline for Temple? And the guild leader says, right now we are dealing with a hostile warlock problem and performing a ceremony for 2 guild members, elevating from neophyte to Templar. Some current Templars will be gaining special titles to help promote roleplay. We want personal skill, not rank and file, to showcase who is the go-to guy for any given task. And so we ask, so can you expand on that a little? And the guild leader says, exactly. Normally, a guild has a dozen ranks, which role players will try to rush for, sometimes forgetting who their character is. This title system means that once you become a Templar, you're expected to develop your own beneficial skill. For instance, someone may gain a title of Arm Master. That Templar will be given special command in a role-play event concerning training others in swordplay. Which brings us to this fun question, really. What guild events do you folks currently do, and do you have new ones planned for the future? And the guild leader says, a good portion of the time we expect guild members to find, develop, and introduce roleplay. Sometimes those become guild events. We found out with previous guilds that guild-only events will make the roleplay stale. We do have one event coming up that is for characters becoming Templar. Due to our role-playing seeking and server supporting policy, we now have someone who wants to make our little Templar lives a little bit more troublesome. Okay, that sounds very interesting. And wow, a warlock giving you trouble, Era?
Yeah, we have a warlock attacking us just 3 days ago, I think.
Oh boy, hopefully.
So yeah, it's been a very interesting RP there.
Okay, and that does tend to make things a lot more interesting, especially when you have someone that you're battling against, a quote-unquote enemy of your guild. And so that definitely makes a lot of storylines very interesting, and you could definitely do a lot of RP arcs off of that storyline for the guild. So wonderful. So folks, when we come back, we're going to find out what these folks enjoy about being in this guild and what the guild leaders enjoy about leading it. So we'll be back with those answers to that very important question. All right, folks. So the first one up is Knight Halbert Penegard. He's the Argent Guardian Templar of the Temple. Hello, sir.
Hello to you.
Always being the first one is always the hardest, but we'll get through this in one piece. So, sir, what do you enjoy about being in the Guild Temple?
Well, it's pretty nice to have a fairly active RP guild to have access to, and especially one that has a real strong focus at its core, ours being fairly light-oriented with priests and paladins at the forefront, which is a pretty strong backdrop to World of Warcraft, because those are fairly intrinsic to the game world.
Alrighty, well, excellent. Thank you very much, sir.
Shall I elaborate further? I just don't want to go on and on.
No, that is perfect. You did wonderfully.
Alright, good stuff.
Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks. Up next is Raphelius, Light Reaver, or Wrath, Neophyte of Temple. Sir, you do not trust a man in purple. Why?
Because warlocks wear purple, and you can't trust a warlock.
That is true. Very good answer, sir. And the next question is, what do you enjoy about being in Temple?
Well, I'm a fairly new member to the guild, but I'm already enjoying it a lot, because I've always liked the idea of Templars, like, throughout history. And it's just a really intriguing idea for me to be this secret society that guards this power from whoever would abuse it.
Well, excellent answer, sir. Thank you very much. Next we have Eden Light Reaver. Now wait a minute, that's the same name as the last gentleman we had on here.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And I am going to... Are you brother or sister? Married?
Rathelius would be my husband in game.
Oh, excellent. And you're Azeroth's lousiest paladin. Why do you lay claim to that title?
Eden took on that title because she originally did not want to be a paladin. She was kind of forced into it, and the light has never really taken to her.
Okay. And currently your Cal is making you feel claustrophobic?
Yeah, she's not used to having things on her head at all.
Okay. Well, wonderful. So what do you enjoy about being in the Guild Temple?
Honestly, the first thing that attracted me to the guild was the look of the members. The whole the uniform and the fact that they're a very serious RP as opposed to a lot of silly, just random things. They actually have kind of an actual organized setup to them.
Oh, well, excellent. Yeah, the outfits are just amazing, and I really like the look. So, wonderful answer. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Ravanna. Am I saying that correctly?
Close enough.
Okay.
It's Ravanna.
Oh, Ravanna. Well, no, we want to get it right on. The White Canary. And why are you called the White Canary?
When she was younger, she was known for wearing white robes in the abbey and known to whistle. So the priest started calling her the White Canary.
Well, excellent. And so, Anna, what do you enjoy about being in the Guild Temple?
Well, she noticed them for a long time in the cathedral, and they always seemed to fascinate her. So when she was asked to join, how could she say no?
Oh, well, excellent. And you've really enjoyed your time with them since?
Very much so.
Well, great. Well, excellent answer, ma'am. Thank you very much. So next up we have Dr. Carter E. Hamilton. It says Knight of the Insane. What does that mean?
Carter used to be a doctor for an insane asylum.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. And so, Medic of the Alliance, so do you use that skill within the guild here?
Yes, I do.
Well, excellent. And so, what do you enjoy about being in the guild temple?
It's a different turn for my character. The roleplay is reliable and the people are friendly. There's plenty of things to do, even if it's just talking with the guildies or running arenas, and it's a really unique idea.
Oh, well, excellent. Excellent answer, ma'am. Thank you very much. And we have Alnith Hawthorne, Paladin of the Holy Light, nicknamed Silverwing. Light's energy pours from every inch of him, and we have seen the wings pop a few times here, which is an awesome effect. I've always liked that effect. So, sir, what do you enjoy about being in the Guild Temple?
Probably the lore behind the story of the guild. I find it very unique. I've always liked the Templar feel to the guild, and the RP is by far the most unique that I found on the server.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. It's a very, like you said, very unique, and there's a great concept behind it, and I think you guys have really taken it and rolled well with it. And so kudos to you guys on coming up with something that's unique in Warcraft. So excellent, sir. Excellent answer. And we are back, and we had someone join us at the very last second, just in time to give his answer. And so who do we have here, Era?
Okay, so here we have Bravil Aniles. His nicknames are Brav and Felix. And he's a level 90 human warrior and a Templar of the guild.
Okay, currently he seems irritable and soft-spoken. Okay, well, don't hit Turwinkle. He's just going to ask a simple question of what you enjoy about being in the Guild Temple. And Anilis says, it's the community, first and foremost. All of the members are so interactive and easy to talk with, both RP and just in general chat. They make it enjoyable. Well, wonderful. And thank you so much for joining us, and we're glad we caught you before the interview ended. So wonderful. Thank you very much, sir. All right, folks, and we have Aranis. And Era, as the co-leader of this wonderful guild, what do you enjoy about helping to lead this fine group of RPers?
Well, it's been fun just hanging out, be it in guild chat or RPing. And yeah, we're having a great time just trying to shape up the whole theme of the guild and everything in it. And yeah, we have a great group, of role players. So yeah.
Well, wonderful. Excellent. And so thank you very much, ma'am. Alrighty, folks. And we have the guild leader here, Everesto. And I know I'm butchering that, but so we'll call him Ghost. That's his nickname. And so, sir, we ask you again, what do you enjoy about leading this guild? And the guild leader says, it's seeing everyone have a good time. They're always adding to the theme, giving advice, and when the idea works, they run with it. I've seen many previous guilds with social issues, and everyone here flows well with one another. When someone needs help developing a character, people will politely give input. When a few jokes are needed, they're cracked. Era, I have to give special thanks to. When I first began my roleplay career on this server, she parted with Moonguard to help... Whoop, there goes a horse. To help see our roleplay develop. Without her, I wouldn't have gotten Temple off the ground. Even on the sidelines, we're constantly discussing events, characters, and ways to better our own writing skills. Guys, thank you for developing a great guild. Turwinkle, thank you for having us. Wormrest Accord, we love ya. And Wormrest Accord all the way. Wonderful answer, sir. And again, I've said it in every guild interview that I've done, and I think that it still holds true, that the responses that you get from your members indicate how well you're running a guild. And as you could tell by the answers we've received tonight, you're doing an excellent job. And because a guild is only as good as its leaders, and from what we could see tonight, you're doing a wonderful job leading this very unique and wonderful guild. So folks, when we come back, we'll get some final thoughts on the guild Temple. All right, folks, and we're back. And so we have one final question to the guild leaders. So, sir, what is it about the guild that you would like people to know that maybe we haven't covered tonight? And he says, yeah, guys, y'all make my time on Wormrest Accord the best. I don't think I've enjoyed roleplay this much, even during Moonguard's golden age in the Burning Crusade. You guys made this happen. Roleplay long and prosper. So excellent answer. And Era, I guess the same question goes to you. Is there anything you'd like people to know about Temple that we might not have covered this evening?
No, I think we pretty much covered most of it, and I don't know if anyone has any questions or wants to know more about it, just give me a whisper and I'll be happy to answer anything.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time to answer all of Turwinkle's pestering questions tonight. It has been a joy to talk to you folks tonight and learn all about this wonderful, mysterious, holy guild, the Temple. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
You bet. And we look forward to RPing more with you guys in the future. So folks, again, if you're interested in joining this wonderfully mysterious holy guild, the Temple, all you need to do is talk to any one of these folks who will direct you to the fine guild leaders here, and they will get you set up with an interview, and hopefully you'll find yourself among the mysterious few, the Temple. Well, Turwinkle, we will see you back in the hinterlands. And folks, again, thank you so much for your time and your patience. And we are back, safe and sound in the hinterlands. And boy, Turwinkle, what a great guild, wasn't it?
Affirmative.
You bet. The Temple Guild, a mysterious holy light guild. And again, a very unique RP concept to their guild. So wonderful. So we want to thank them again for their patience and putting up with us tonight.
Allow me to express my deepest thanks.
Indeed. And so folks, if you like that guild or if you like this episode, click that like button. If you'd like to comment on the Temple Guild or any of our previous episodes, please do so below. Let us know what we're doing right and let us know what we're doing wrong. And finally, if you'd like to subscribe, we'd love to have you. Just hit that subscription button, and all of our adventures will come directly to you. So Turwinkle, an excellent job tonight, sir. And we will see you next time, Turwinkle.
I'll miss you.
We'll miss you too, Turwinkle. Bye-bye.